So, you need to set digital boundaries, but fighting through the tantrums can be too much at times, and it's so much easier to give your child what they want. Can you relate to this? If so, keep watching for tablet tantrum tips you can use to give you peace and structure in your home. Hey there, it's DDSLP with Spirit Speech Consulting. I am a speech language pathologist who encourages, motivates, and inspires parents towards powerful, positive parenting in a dangerous digital age. I help parents ditch the guilt and feel empowered as they protect their children in this digital age by forging deeper connections so their children can shine their brilliance. So that you can get more tips, tricks, and resources, please hit the subscribe button below, and you will receive notifications when I upload a video. If you find this video helpful, let me hear about it. I love receiving comments from people that watch my videos and that follow me on my social media platforms. Comment on this video or let me know of other videos you would like for me to create. If you know of someone who could benefit from this information, don't keep it to yourself. Sharing is caring. If you would like to follow me on other platforms, you can find me at Spirit Speech Consulting on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I also have a parenting group on Facebook called Intentionally Connected Parenting. This would be a way to get support from other parents sharing how they are learning and making better digital decisions for their families. So hop on Facebook and give us a join. Okay, let's get into our topic today. Dealing with tantrums can be stressful. As parents, we have so much on our plates, and our kids having a meltdown could actually cause us to have a meltdown. Part of this could be because there's not a plan in place. Just like anything else in life, things can be harder when you wing it. It doesn't mean that things can't happen without a plan, but I can guarantee you it won't be as easy as it would be with a plan. You're a parent. You need all the easy you can get. So I hope these tips will help you with providing actionable steps to having peace around reducing tantrum when it's time to take the tablet away. So, number 1, set a timer. This is so important because you want your child to first know what the boundaries are and what the expectations are. So if you set a timer, they'll understand that when that timer goes off, then I already know what time it is, right? And so you have timers on your phone. You can set a timer on your phone very easily. Another reason why this is important is because part of building language and communication skills is the understanding of expectations. Just like if you and I were to have a dialogue in person, I would be sending you a message, I'm talking to you, you're listening, you're hearing, and I'm going to anticipate or expect you to respond. Just like you would be expecting or anticipating for me to respond after you say something. So having expectations is really part of communication building. It's teaching your child to expect something to happen, and also having the boundaries of knowing that you can't just have this forever. You can't do this anytime you want. You can't do this just as your heart is, until your heart is content. So that is very important in them knowing those boundaries. The other part of why setting a timer is so crucial is because it gives you, the parent, some help. So you don't have to always be the bad guy. The timer went off. It's time to turn off the tablet. Give me back my phone, or turn off the TV. That is helpful for you to use something else as an aid or as an assistant or as a helper. So having that timer can really help facilitate that. Now, after you set the timer and the timer goes off, that's when sometimes the tantrum can happen. Well, you take the tablet away and then the tantrum happens. And so this is when you have to have a plan in place. Number 2 would be having toys ready so that your child already knows that they have something else that they can go to. So some of those toys could be blocks, can be cars, can be puppets and stuffed animals. But have something in place for your child to go to, so they're not trying to figure it out or just do what you say, and that's definitely going to create a tantrum. But you want to give your child something that they can do, again, something that they can expect that will keep them occupied. And you as the parent, don't feel overwhelmed with this, because it can be anything, and it does take time and it takes consistency. But if you are training your child to play, to use the toys that they have, then that helps with you and your child working together, and that's always a win-win. So you definitely want to have things that you can put in place for your child to do. Don't turn off the tablet, take the tablet away, and then just say, go play. You're going to have a tantrum. You're going to have some problems with that. And even if they do, that's really not giving them very effective guidance. So you want to train them on, these are different things that you can do. This is how you can play. And if you have the time, play with them. And I even say that even if they don't want to play, the tablet is a very powerful draw. You know, they are participating with content that's fun and has music and lights and all of this. Playing with the toy really doesn't have the same effect, but it's so much more beneficial. And so we have to teach our children that. We have to show them that playing is important. Playing is vital. You might have heard me say before that playing is a child's native language. So playing really does provide so many opportunities for building language and communication. And we don't want tablets to take the place of that. Providing your children with something that they can do when you take the tablet away really does help them understand that it's not just the tablet here. There's other things that I can do with my time, and you want to have that balance. Okay, so number three. Number three would be having like something like a sensory bin. So again, this is going into toys, but I wanted to get into a little bit more detail. So a sensory bin can be something just as simple as this. This is just a $1 shoebox that I got at the Dollar Tree, and you can fill it with something that I call is a base. So you want to put something in here that can fill this up, like sand, pasta, coffee beans, rice, or even water. You can fill it up with water. But the reason why I love it, something like this, because it has a lid, is because you can put the lid on top, and if you're filling it with sand, you can store it for later, and you're not creating a sensory bin all over all the time. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that not only putting sand in it, then put little manipulatives inside to hide them. So they can go in and try to find things. You can put things with different textures. You can put things with different shapes and sizes. You can play a game and see if make a treasure hunt, where you're putting different things and they have to find them and maybe blindfold them, and they just have to find them by feeling them. There's several different things you can do, but that's why they call it a sensory bin, is because you're using your senses to really play and interact. And so when you take the tablet away, give them a sensory bin. And again, something with the lid is awesome, because you can just store it when they're done playing with it, and you can just pull it out, and you're not creating the bin every single time. Okay, so the next thing is having a coloring or craft corner. So I help my parents with this and give them this suggestion all the time, because it's so important that your child has a place that they can use to play, that they know is their play corner or their play space. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. That sounds good if a person has a big house. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. How am I going to do that? Or I live with roommates. Or I don't have the space for that. I have all my stuff. I don't have space for that. Well, this can be done no matter what living situation that you have. And the reason why it's important is because a child needs to have a place that they know they can go to, that they know that if the tablet is taken away, then they can just go to this little corner and they can play with their things, or they already have crafts that they can use, or they already have a coloring book that they can use. And why that's important is because you want to train your child to play independently. You're teaching them autonomy. You're teaching them independent skills. You're teaching them how they don't need to rely on you for every second. And then that gives you peace of mind, not pizza, peace of mind, and helps you to be able to get things done outside of trying to engage your child and interact with your child or entertain your child. So that's super, super important. Now with coloring, I always share with my parents, it's great to have coloring books. It's great to have coloring pages, but I'm a big fan of just giving them a blank sheet of paper and letting them color, letting them imagine how to make a house. It's okay if it's upside down. If they're making a person, it's okay if their eyes are down here and their arms are up here. That's okay. That's what's so great about imagination. They can do anything that they want. And then that is building their confidence. That's building their autonomy. That's building their self-esteem. So I'm a big fan of just giving them a sheet of paper. But again, nothing is wrong with a coloring book or coloring page. I think it's good to have both. So just be mindful of that. And those are your quick tips. Just something really easy, something really quick, something that you can do to have in place when you do take the tablet away. And that is the operative word, have in place, having a plan. So just like I said earlier, everything in life is going to go a lot smoother when you have a plan. Yeah, some things can be done when you wing it and you don't have a plan, but it probably would go a lot easier, a lot more effective, a lot smoother if you had a plan in place. Parenting and these different things that we encounter as challenges with our children, they're no different. The best way to deal with that is to be consistent and to have a plan and to know what you're dealing with, right? So, again, I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know what you think. Send me a comment and let me know what you think about these really quick tips. Again, it's not really reinventing the wheel. It's nothing earth-shattering. Sometimes we just don't think of how simple things could be. You know, we can kind of make things a lot more harder because it's overwhelming just thinking about what to do. So these are just some very quick, actionable things that you can put in place to help give yourself peace of mind when you do have to take the tablet away. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing and commenting. And I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye.